We've done Magic Kingdom, we've done Epcot, and today we are going to give you our favorite attractions at Disney's Animal Kingdom. Now, as you guys already know, these are in no particular order, and today we're going to be giving you our 4 favorites. In other videos, we did 5, but this video, we did 4 because we just have 4 favorites. We didn't have a 5th favorite. So let's dive into it. The first one on our list is Expedition Everest. Expedition Everest is definitely on this list. We didn't even have to think twice about that one. We love this ride so much and for so many reasons. If you want to talk about great storytelling, great theming, great queue, great coaster, like this ride has it all. And we'll start in the queue. I love Expedition Everest's queue when you're not going through like the single rider line or anything like that. When you actually get to go through and see all like the different artifacts and all the different storytelling aspects. I love that. Yeah,
and I was going to say, when we do single rider, which we do pretty often now because the line could be long, I almost miss going through the queue because it is that cool to see everything.
There's a lot of cool things in there, and that's where the story really begins. You're going on this expedition to find this Yeti. There's different types of animal poop that are on display in there, which is something that you definitely don't have at any other Disney attraction.
All the hiking gear.
All the hiking gear.
Yeah, maps of like the Himalayas.
Yes.
Yeah.
They really immerse you in the story, and you really feel like there was a group of people that went on this exploration. Now we're going to be a part of it. So the queue is awesome, and then once you get on the ride itself, it's just a great coaster. You know, it has that build up where you go up the mountain. Of course, there's the backwards part of it, which is really cool too. And then once you go inside going backwards, it feels like you're going upside down. And I know you're not going upside down, but it's like hard to believe that you're not. And it's just so fun.
I really like the aspect of it going and the track isn't there, and it's kind of like, oh my god, like if you've never been on it before, you're almost like, oh my god, what's gonna happen? There's no track. And then you go backwards, and like Matt said, it really feels like you're going upside down, but you're not. And then the Yeti is so cool. Of course, we wish that the Yeti was working. I don't think I went on it when it was working.
If I did, I don't remember.
Me neither. But we've only been on it with strobe light Yeti. But we wish that they would fix it because that animatronic, I think, was the biggest animatronic they ever made, they said. And it's just so cool. It used to swing its arm down, but even so, even though it doesn't work, I think it's still awesome.
It's still cool.
It's scary. I mean, it's huge. So when you go by it and when the strobe light is on it, it kind of looks like it is moving.
I was just going to say that. It looks like it's moving because you're moving so fast. It has the light on it. And that illusion of him still trying to reach for you it is there. But to see it without the strobe light and see him actually move his arm would be pretty awesome.
And another thing I like about it, because I'm not a huge roller coaster person, you know, like I don't love huge drops, and I think this is like the perfect drop for me. Like it's big, but it's not like so big where I'm like, oh my god, I don't know if I could go on it. So I think it's good because a lot of people could go on it. I think even kids could go on it. So we really enjoy it.
It's just a lot of fun, and that is something that we definitely have to do every time we go to Animal Kingdom, that's for sure. And it easily makes our list of our favorite attractions.
And a quintessential ride to Animal Kingdom is, of course, the safari. And we absolutely love the safari. I think especially me because I love animals. And Matt always jokes around like, Alex knows all these animal facts. She could tell you a fact about every animal, which is true. Like, I just love animals, and to be able to go to a theme park and just go through like the safari and all the different areas that they have and just see live animals walking around, I think is so cool. And especially at Animal Kingdom, the drivers know so much, so it's really educational. You learn a lot, and not only do you get to see the animals, you kind of get to see the environment that they live in, and they teach you about that. And one of the best times to go is like early in the morning, or kind of like when they're closing, like sunrise and sunset. You get to see more of the animals. During the day when it's like really hot, sometimes like not a lot of them are out, but I feel like every time we've gone on it, we've seen a good amount of animals, like every time.
And the ride is actually designed to have the animals come closer to the vehicles. So I don't know like the full way of how they do it, but I remember hearing that the safari, like there's something that they do that gets the animals to come out a little bit more. So that's why you see some really close encounters. But you're right, like where else can you go and get almost an authentic safari experience? I mean, it's pretty real
Yeah.
for a theme park. And you get to see animals that are being taken care of, you know, well taken care of,
Yeah.
which is important. And you get to see animals that you normally would never see that close.
Yeah, I mean,
you know, if you're lucky enough to see the lions, we've been on it when the lions have roared.
Yeah, it was
And
amazing.
It's amazing. Like,
Yeah.
you know, it was like the real life Lion King.
Yeah, I was gonna say the lions and the giraffes are probably my favorite.
Yeah.
It's just amazing to see. Like they're right there.
Yeah.
So
Many times you have to like wait for the animals to get out of the road. Like that's the level of access that you have, and
Yeah.
you get a variety of animals. You get kind of like your like cattle type animals. Then there's a bunch of alligators. There's hippopotamus,
Yeah.
giraffes, lions, elephants. And it's just a really cool thing. And
Yeah.
like you can't go to Animal Kingdom
Right.
without seeing animals. So this is definitely the way to do it. Kilimanjaro Safari, so much fun. Now this next attraction is very near and dear to my heart and will always be my #1 attraction in Animal Kingdom, and that is Dinosaur. I worked at Dinosaur on my college program, and it was so much fun, and I've actually never been on the attraction before I started working there, and I just loved it. I'm like, this is so cool, and it's very scary. It's scary for a full-grown, almost 30-year-old adult, take it from me, so I can imagine how kids feel. But it's just a lot of fun. Like it takes you back in time to the age of the dinosaurs, and this has so many aspects of it that make it an attraction worth riding. I love the vehicles.
Right.
The animatronics are cool, although a lot of the times half of them don't work, but that's okay. Dinosaur still gets the love. But the storytelling aspect is great.
Yeah.
You know, like the pre-show cue where you have Dr. Marsh
Yeah.
and Dr. Seeker kind of setting up the story, how you're going to go back in time to get an iguanodon and all this stuff. It's just awesome. I love the storytelling aspects of attractions.
Yeah.
That's a big part of it for me. So when you're able to bring everything together with a cool actual ride experience tied with a story, and it gives you that full picture, that's why I love Dinosaur so much.
I absolutely love Dinosaur too. That's one of my favorite attractions in Animal Kingdom, hands down. I always have to ride it. Like Matt was mentioning before, the ride vehicle is probably the coolest part. The
Right.
way that it moves, and it really feels like you're going over bumps and it's moving you
Yep.
around. It's just amazing. And then the fact that you get to like see the huge like dinosaur animatronics is
Yeah.
awesome. Like Matt said, it is scary, but I kind of like that thrill.
Oh, yeah.
I brought my nephews on it and they cried. So it can be a little bit scary for little kids, but especially at the end when the huge one roars at you, it's so much fun. Like,
Yeah.
I just love it.
I know. And I'm a little biased because, like I said, I work there, so Dinosaur will always, like, have such great memories for me. And if anyone who's watching this right now that was on the CP with me at Dinosaur, like, you know how much fun we had and how much that attraction means to us. So Dinosaur will always hold a special place in my heart for a number of reasons, but the attraction itself is just so much fun. And it's definitely something that I can never go to Animal Kingdom without doing.
Yeah.
I don't care if it has a long wait that day, I have to get on Dinosaur. It is my #1 attraction in Animal Kingdom.
And lastly, we have Flight of Passage. Now, this is one that we waited a while to go on.
Yes.
And we finally got on it. We waited a long time, but I think that it was very worth it. It is a one-of-a-kind attraction. There's nothing else like it in Animal Kingdom. There's nothing else like it really in any theme park. It's so unique. The way that the Imagineers built that ride, it's so creative. It's just amazing. When you get to sit on the Banshee
Yeah.
and feel it breathe on your legs, that was like mind-blowing to me.
I
It
wasn't
was-
expecting that.
No, me neither.
Yeah.
It was just amazing. It really feels like you're sitting on the back of a Banshee and you're flying through Pandora, and the screen, like the scenes that
Yeah.
you're watching, feel so real. I remember there's one part where you're flying over the ocean and this huge wave comes. I like had to shut my eyes. I really felt like I was gonna go like under the water in the waves. Like I got scared.
Yeah.
But it's an amazing ride. How the way that they built it, I just don't even know how they did it.
Yeah, and that's a ride too that has another great storytelling
Yeah.
aspect to it. The queue is awesome. You get to see that life-size Avatar,
Right.
Which was
Oh my gosh,
so,
that was so cool.
amazing. Like before we went on that ride, of course we watched like all the YouTube videos to see it from like opening day and all that stuff. And I remember seeing that and I was like, oh wow, that's really cool, you know. But when you see it in person and that thing is like 8 feet tall,
Oh my
like, and
gosh.
it's just floating there, and you're like, how is that not real?
Yeah.
It looked so real. Flight of Passage is really awesome, but there are other things at Walt Disney World that I personally like.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that the attraction isn't amazing. It is just, it's mind-blowing amazing. And that screen is crystal clear. It looks like you're really there. The fact that you feel the Banshee breathing is just so cool.
It was really a groundbreaking ride when it first opened. Like, I remember people saying, there's nothing like it.
Yeah.
Like, you don't even know how to describe it to someone when, like, when the person has never ridden it before.
Right.
Like, what is it like? Like, is there drops? Is there, like,
Yeah.
you can't even really explain it to someone because it's so groundbreaking.
Right, and everyone has the same reaction when they come off that
Yeah.
ride. They're all like, "Oh my gosh, this was crazy!" And like, if I had to describe it, like if you've never been on it before, it's kind of like Soarin', but like to the utmost degree.
Right.
Like it's like Soarin' times 50.
Yeah, and unfortunately, the line still is very long. It's not new, but it's still new.
Yes.
We don't always do it when we go to Animal
Right.
Kingdom, just because the line is very long usually. But if we can go on it, we do,
Right.
because it's such a cool ride.
But yeah, like Avatar Flight of Passage, along with the whole entire land of Pandora,
Oh, yeah.
is just absolutely amazing. And if you guys have never experienced it, make sure the next time you go to Walt Disney World, you make it a priority to go check out Pandora.
It's amazing.
And go check it out during the day, and then also go back at night. It's
whole new
two different
experience.
experiences. Yeah. So Flight of Passage rounds out our list for Animal Kingdom attractions. We only have 4 on this list, but that's okay. Those
Yeah.
are just our 4 favorites. And as always, let us know down in the comments below, what are your favorite attractions at Animal Kingdom? Did Flight of Passage make your list? Did Dinosaur not? We'd love to hear what your thoughts are as far as your favorite attractions go.
If you guys like this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up down below. It really helps us out. And if you guys are new to our channel, we would love for you to subscribe so you don't miss any of our Disney videos in the future. And with that being said, we'll see you guys real soon.